So we are about 2 weeks away from the first champ race. Dad's been doing a whole lot of work to the car, trying to get everything together on it. It's been several month process. We're pretty close at this point. We were hoping to race last weekend at Lucas Oil Race in Wheatland to do a good test on the car, and that didn't work out with the rain and everything. It got canceled, which good and bad. We didn't get to run the car, but we weren't really finished with it yet. So planning on racing in Outlaw in a week, but there's rain in the forecast, so there's a good chance that won't work either. If not, then we'll probably be going to Wheatland with fresh car, with no testing. So, a little bit nervous, but Dad's built a lot of cars. This is the fifth car, Mach 5. And, it's been a cool process seeing what Dad's done with this car. He spent a lot of time to deck this one out, so I'm really excited to drive it.
I've been weighing most everything trying to see. I lost about a quarter of a pound.
This last week or two, I've been trying to spend more time in the sim, the iRacing short course series that Connor Berry puts on. Play a lot of Dirt Rally 2 because I think that's almost better training because a lot of not memorizing tracks, you're actually having to learn on the fly, and I think that's good just training in general, and might relate more to me not knowing any of these tracks are going to be racing. I'll probably, obviously use iRacing a lot whenever we're looking at Bark River or Crandon, but for this, I've just been doing, mainly Dirt Rally. Been working on 2-foot driving, new car set up for 2-foot driving. I've been against it for a long time. Don't really know why for sure, other than just the principle of liking using 1 foot. When I drive a lot of cars with clutches, you can't do 2-foot as easily, so I've just always just ignored it. And I think I've gotten where I'm comfortable 2-footing now. I did the very last race of Outlaw last year, and I definitely am seeing clear benefits of that. But the more I've looked into it and talked to people and listened to things, especially on a dual clutch transmission car with paddle shifters, there's no reason to not 2-foot. Well, I spent all weekend watching all my competitors testing on all these cool tracks like ERX and some out of Wheatland, and we haven't even started the car up really yet. We did have it tuned by PPI. I know the engine's solid, but the car hadn't even really been driven. This is Sunday, 3 days till Dad loads up and leaves. So we're gonna try to do some testing today. Everything keeps getting rained out, so we really hadn't had anywhere to go, anything to do. So hopefully go probably to just a field today, do some donuts, I guess, and hope that nothing falls off the car. Out at ARD, just did some testing out in their field over here. Everything went really well, actually. I was very impressed with the car. I was very happy with how it performed. I mean, obviously just doing it on slick grass, kind of hard to tell, but car feels really potent. Car feels really good. A lot happier now that we actually got to do some laps in it, before we drove to Missouri. So, gonna head back home, check over the car, make sure everything's good, and hopefully everything's good to go and we have a good performance when we get out to Missouri. Well, we are 2 hours away from Wheatland. So I've been driving all day, left work early. Dad, mom, sister, they're all there already. So we're just working our way there, and we're just driving on through. Here we are at Wheatland. Made it here last night about 10 o'clock. They almost didn't let us in the gate because apparently it closed at 8. After we told them we were gonna get the rollback out and sleep out there in the field, they let us come in, sleep. So went back this morning, picked the car back up and got our wristbands, everything like that. So went through tech, didn't have any problem there. Going out, hitting the track here, another hour or two. It's really muddy looking out there. So the third practice session, and the practice sessions are short, so the track's not going to get super worn in. Got me my roll off set up on my spare helmet that I'm going to run, so hopefully figure something out while I'm out there. I did this track, we raced this track 2.5 years ago or so. Mid-America raced here, know the track somewhat. I should be able to do okay getting through that. Just kind of go out there and, you know, hoping just for a top 5 this weekend. I'm not looking for anything super special. Like I said, just top 5, I'd be happy with that. So we'll see what happens. Qualified third. Had kind of a crazy qualifying session right off the bat. Someone crashed with the digger over the tabletop, so I basically had 2 laps to see what kind of lap time we could get. Barely got myself spaced out enough from guys in front of me. Put together a good first lap, put me in 4th. Pat heard down the radio, said I was in 4th, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do what I can to make a little more time, try to get myself to 3rd. So got ourselves there. A little bit off the lead time, but I didn't jump the tabletop just to make sure I didn't have any problems. So we're in a good spot. We're going to try a few things and see what we can do.
And we are off. Pro Stock side-by-side round number 1 is underway. There's Boodle not wasting any time. Trying to get out front early. Look at him, he's really winding out his turn. It's going to cost him 2, maybe 3 spots. Yeah, Cross Kirchmeier now with the race lead. Racing out of Arlington, Texas. One of only a couple Hondas out there in the field. Just the builds over the last couple years, all these cars are so low to the ground. They're trying to make them quicker. They land so phenomenal as one gets crossed up on the tabletop. Yeah, that was Truett getting a little bit out of shape further back. For Kirchmeier, though, hasn't raced with this group of drivers a whole awful lot. I think he's come to Crandon a couple times, and that's it. But for him to be mixing it up in the top 3 between Van Epperen and Grieves. As there is our halfway point, Owen Van Epperen doing what he needs to do. Kirchmeier still in 2nd, good run for him, and then you have CJ Grieves in 3rd. Well, the pace car is pulled off. Owen Van Epperen once again takes control of the field, and right away in the restart zone, he is off and running, but Kirchmeier hanging with him. Wow, little rubbing going on. Yeah, Kirchmeier had to splash through that puddle there, and it cost him just enough momentum that Van Epperen's going to be able to hold on, but a push from Van Epperen. Yeah, Van Eperen goes a little wide. He's going to have that preferred position, but look at Kirchmeier, going on that inside. He's right there. He's got to be confident. He knows he has the speed change.
So Saturday, I started outside front row, qualified third. I didn't invert. That's where it put me. I had Jet Boodle to my inside. I know he's fast. I knew it was going to be difficult to get around him, so I did what I could. Right off start, he pushed a little while. I was able to get underneath him. 2 corners later, Owen Van Eperen just blew my doors off on a gigantic tabletop there. He was flying. His car was good. He was on rails, so kind of settled into second. I tried to push him a little bit, but I had Greaves behind me, so I was kind of focusing on driving my best line and keeping him there. On the restart, I tried to come after Van Eperen. Didn't work, but with about 2 laps to go, the engine temp started climbing. I heard the sound of the car change a little bit, started pulling back timing. So lost a little power there, and then I was just scared to hurt the car before I couldn't race on Sunday. So I went ahead and just backed off a little bit. CJ was able to get around me on the last lap. I kind of tried to fight back a little bit, but I was just nervous on messing up on the car. So I went ahead and just let it go, get the podium for Saturday. I came here for the year, for the championship, so blowing the car up or making an issue this first race wasn't worth it. I was happy with third. I'm super happy that first round out we were able to pull off a podium with this car, so I look forward to what tomorrow has.
Pro Stock side-by-side, round number 2 underway here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. And right away, CJ Greaves stepped out of line.
Yeah, he had to check up just a little bit.
Yeah, he was trying to get past Truett right from the jump. I had a chance to talk to Colin really quickly. He said he was excited to start on the front row for this one. Feels like he has what it takes to stay out front. Kirchmeier trying the slide job move already on lap 1 as they went through turn 2.
Yeah, look at Kirchmeier trying to go a long way around CJ Greaves. CJ puts it up on the bike, sets it down, but Kirchmeier goes really wide. Now CJ going to try to outbrake him. Oh, he collects him going up towards the K-rail. That's going to open up the door for others.
across a pair of podium finishes for you this weekend. Not too shabby behind these guys. Got to be happy with the results.
Oh, I am thrilled with how this weekend has gone. I came into the weekend just hoping for top 5s, going to be okay with top 10s. Just, new car. We've spent a lot of time building it. My dad has spent so much time tinkering with this car. Didn't get any testing on it, so this was actually our test day and our race day. So, man, 2 times on the podium, I'm thrilled.
Pretty successful test, I'd say.
I thought this weekend went great. Could not have done it without all the people that helped me. My mom drove 3 hours Sunday morning to go pick up some parts we needed to make the car work for Sunday. Blake, G3, his whole crew, Alex, Chris, they were both huge helps all weekend. They were support and just, helped out with the car in a bunch of ways. George, Double E, he was there. He helped me tweak my suspension a little bit, and he even spot for me both the races so my dad could be in the hot pit, so that was great. Just a ton of people helping out. Awesome coming home and having just a ton of people reach out to me. People I haven't talked to in a long time. Some people, just old racers, friends like that saw it, or other Honda people that race Hondas. Think it's cool, and they've been messaging me, talking to me about it. So really cool, really cool. A lot of support from everyone. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season.